My first trip to America. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America yesterday, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I love only to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to me. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. This trip was the first time I had to use English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I use English, the easier it became. I am still working in here now on my work on my English. Practice makes perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America yesterday, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I have only exercised in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a first impression of American people. This trip was the first time I had to use English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I speak English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America yesterday, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got only to exercise in the bus. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of the American people. This year was a plan I had to do English in the life. Many were perfect, but I survived. The more I used English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice being perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as we got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got only to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. This trip was the time I had to use English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I speak English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice makes perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got ready to exercise in the bus. I visited many interesting people places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still built out to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great super impression of the American people. This trip was the first time I had to use English in real life. Managed to go not perfect, but I survived. The more I use English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to share a new words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got only to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. This trip was the first time I had to use English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I use English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. To know, practice makes perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from America today. This was my first trip to America. I like to try a new Western urban trip. Everything was a new impress. I got really to excited in the batch. I visited many Eastern places. I met a lot of amazing people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were friendly and helpful. I had a first impression of the American people. This was the first time I had to do English into life. Many took number perfect, but I survived. The more I do English, the easier it became. I am still working very hard on my English to know Brazil to make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was only to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had watched first impression of the American people. They were the first time I had a real English in their life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The matter English, this it became. I'm still working hard and very hard on my English. You know, practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to share a few news about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got only stay in America in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a wonderful impression of the American people. This trip was the first time I had to do in the life. Many should not be perfect, but I survived. The more I learned it, the easier it all became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Do not practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was early to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. They were very friendly helpful. I had a great first impression of medical people. This which was the first time I had to learn English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned English, the easier it became. I have been working very hard on my English. To know, practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got ready to exercise in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of British people. I felt nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of the American people. This one was the first time I had to do English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English to know better make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. My English trip to America, ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today. This was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a new word about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was early to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. This trip was the first time I had a real English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. So now, practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I was as a vice America today. This was my first trip to America. I'd like to share a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got ready to stay in my robot. I visited many interesting viewers, but I met a lot of interesting people. I felt nervous, but I still worked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a good impress of American people. This trip was the first time I had a real English in life. My English wasn't perfect, but I survived. The more I learned English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English to know Brazil perfect. Next time I go to America, I don't feel nervous at all. at all. My trip. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I have already just decided in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I found it nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had was first impression of the American people. This trip was the first time I had a real English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I speak English, the easier it became. As I grew very hard on my English. So now, practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as the back of America today, this was my first trip to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was already just sat in the bus. I met many interesting place. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had the great support and admiration of the American people. This trip was the first time I had to English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I do English, the easier it became. I am still working very hard on my English. So now practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I have already said in the past. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were friendly and helpful. I had rushed for immersion of the American people. This was the first time I had to use English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned it, the easier it became. I am still working very hard on my English. So now, practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I took a bite from America today. This was very amazing. This was my first visit to America. I like to share a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got opportunity to stay in Rabat. I visited my ancestral village. I met a lot of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. They were very friendly and helpful. I had a very first impression of the American people. They was the very first time to have achievements in your life. Many schools not perfect, but I survived. The more unit, the more it became. I am still working hard on my English. So now, Brazil being perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got up early to start in the park. I visited many places. I met lots of missing people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were friendly and helpful. I had watched first impression of medical people. This trip was the first time I had a real English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I speak English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. So now, practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I first got back from America today. She got back from visit America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh, but I got already stressed out in the bus. I visited my interesting place. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt really nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. The trip was the first time I had English in life. My lesson was perfect, but I survived. The more I learned English, the easier it became. I'm still working enough and on my English to know practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. My first trip to America. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America yesterday, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was already shy in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. They were friendly and helpful. I had the worst first impression of the American people. This trip was the first time I had a real English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I used it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English to know practice my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel this at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, to go my first in America, I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I want really to say in the back. I was many different people. I met a lot of amazing people. I feel a little nervous, but I still great to people. She was very helpful. I had a great impression of the American people. She was the first time I had a unit in life. My little nervous, but I survived. The bonus unit is a became. I'm still working very hard on my niche to know Brazil perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. My first trip to America. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got up early to exercise in the park. I visited many different places. I met lots of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were friendly and helpful. I had a first impression of American people. This was the first time I had a true English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I used it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. So now, practice my perfect. Perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as you go back from America today, you go visit America, I like to say a few words about my friendship. Everything new with and rest. I'm ready to say in a batch. Every time man is in the blessed. I met lots of meeting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. They was very helpful. I had a wonderful impression of American people. She was very first time I had a journey in your life. Man is perfect, but I survived. The more I do it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my niche to know Brazil my perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. My first to America. Ladies and gentlemen, as I got back from America yesterday, this was my first visit to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got up early to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. So it was friendly and helpful. I had researched impression of American people. This trip was the first time I had to use English in real life. My English was perfect, but I survived. The more I use English, the easier it became. I am still working very hard on my English. To know practice makes perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel this at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, they were my first from America. I like to say a few words of my membership. Everything was new and fresh, but I got ready to say in my but I was amazing blessed. My last imagine people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk people. They were very helpful. I had a full vision of America and people. They were first time I had to in life. My life was perfect, but I survived. The most to be this became. I'm still working very hard on my niche to know Brazil members. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. My first trip to America, foot ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today. This was my first visit to America. I like to share a few words about my trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got early to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting places, people. I felt nervous, but I still talked to people. They were friendly, helpful, and hopeful. I had a first impression of the local people. This trip was the first time I had a zero English in real life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I speak English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. So now, practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was only to stay in the Bobat. I visited my ancient people, rice. I met a lot of interesting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to her. She was friendly and helpful. I had a first impressed American people. She was the very first time I had to do English. into life. Mainly still not perfect, but I survived. The more I realized it's a big game. I'm still working very hard on my needs, but may perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America to today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got up early to exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel a lot nervous, but I still talk to people. So it was friendly and helpful. I had respect impression of the American people. This year was first time I had a zero English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Still now practice perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America today, this day, this was my first visit to America. I like to say from the goals about my friendship. Everything was new and fresh. I already to exercise in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of meeting people. I feel a little nervous, but I still talk to people. Still were very helpful. I had a great support embracing America people. Because the was the first time I had a new English in my life. My English was perfect, and I survived. The more I English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. To know, but I still perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, as we got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was already to exercise in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I felt a little nervous, but I still talked to people. They were very helpful. I had a first present of American people. This trip was the first time I had a zero English in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I zero English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel welcome to America today. This was my first visit to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I got only to exercise in the bath. I visited many interesting places. I met a lot of interesting people. I felt nervous, but I still was comfortable. They were very helpful. I had a great first impression of American people. Since it was the first time I had a real honest into life. Mine is not perfect, but I survived. The more I changed, the easier it became. I actually working very hard on my niche. Brushing my teeth. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go back from today, this was my first visit to America. I like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I already exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel nervous, but I still talk to people. They were very helpful. I had respect immersion of the American people. This trip was the first time I had a illness in the life. Mine is not perfect, but I survived. The more I learned, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. Practice make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, back from America today. This was my first trip in America. I like to say it was my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I only exercise in the bath. I visited university in St. Louis. I met a lot of interesting people. I feel nervous, but I still talk people. They were very helpful. I had a first impression of American people. This was the first time I had a zero English in real life. Many children were perfect, but I survived. The more I English, the easier it became. I'm still working every hard on my English. Brazil made perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as we got back from America, uh, ladies and gentlemen, as we got back from America today, this was my first visit to America. I'd like to say a few words about my first trip. Everything was new and fresh. I was already exercise in the park. I visited many interesting places. I met lots of interesting people. I feel nervous, but I still talk to people. They were very helpful. I had a short immersion of American people. This trip was the first time I had a 0 units in the life. My English was not perfect, but I survived. The more I tuned it, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. So now, practice may perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't be nervous at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I go back from America to the Zig Worm with America, I like to say a few words about my friendship. Everything was new and fresh. I got ready to exercise in the butt. I met many interesting relations. I met many interesting people. I feel nervous, but I still talk people. So good friendly and helpful. I had a good friend immersion of American people. This was the first time I had a real English in the life. Many people know perfect, but I survived. The more I English, the easier it became. I'm still working very hard on my English. To know my Brazil, make perfect. Next time I go to America, I won't feel nervous at all.